Well, hello again, Whitman families. So if I'm a little sun-kissed over this last week, but we've had some wonderful things going on. The weather is a little bit brighter. It's sunnier. I like that it's a little warmer. I'm not having to wear a coat as much, but more importantly, Whitman faculty, district office personnel, Dr. Bernardo, Board of Education members, and our Whitman High School PTA were able to do a wonderful thing over these last 4 days, and that is deliver almost 490 lawn signs to our graduating seniors. It was a wonderful event that really allowed us to reconnect with our seniors and show them how much we appreciate all the years that they have given us as students here at Walt Whitman High School. Whether they're athletes, whether they're academics, it doesn't matter. They've been a special part of this high school, and it's been a wonderful thing as a principal to go to every single household and be able to say thank you and hand them a letter and be able to say thank you so much. And for our staff and our students to be able to be a part of that, or excuse me, our staff and our other administrators to be a part of that, have really been special as well. So there's a couple people I have to thank because we wouldn't have been able to do this without them. First and foremost, our Walt Whitman High School PTA. You really, in times like these, you understand how important it is to have a strong PTA. And I have to be honest, Walt Whitman High School has a great PTA. So I encourage all parents, community members, high school families to please get involved in the Walt Whitman High School PTA, because it's things like this where it really shows how involved and how wonderful a PTA can be and how they can help a community. So they donated all these signs. So special thank you to them. I also want to thank Dr. B, the rest of the personal office administration. They were instrumental in making sure, providing us a bus, making sure we were able to go on these routes, getting our transportation team to be able to account for every single senior in our district lines. So without them, this wouldn't have been possible. So I really have to thank Dr. B, Dr. Senamore, Dr. Dalia, as well as all transportation to make sure that this happened. And last but certainly not least, the big loud noises, the sirens, bells and whistles, our Huntington Manor Fire Department for waking up our neighborhoods and making sure that our students and parents knew that we were there. It was wonderful to be able to go down the roads and be able to see how many neighbors came out cheering and applauding. And they only would have been able to do this through the Huntington Manor being able to make sure that everybody was awake and ready to hear we were coming down and visiting the neighborhood. So special thank you to Chief Brady, Chief Pastore, everyone at the Huntington Manor Fire Department that helped out, chipped in, and made this possible. So thank you. As a principal, I couldn't hope for anything more as a principal and community member and what you were able to accomplish over these last 4 days as a community. So thank you so much. Another important item I want to talk about is our fourth quarter grading procedures. This topic has taken a lot of time. We've talked with our teaching staff about this, with our other administrators and academic chairs, to try to be able to balance the needs of students as well as sustaining a definite need of rigor within the course curriculums to prepare our students either for college or for future grade levels at Walt Whitman High School. So with that said, I have attached a letter that I would like you to read at your leisure regarding all the changes for fourth quarter grading. We feel that this hybrid system will benefit all students, because one of the things we didn't want to do, as many districts have done, is go to a purely pass-fail option for the fourth quarter. This is really something we felt that was detrimental to a student that's high achieving or excelling, or even improving upon their grades because they didn't do too well in their first and second marking quarter and need a numerical grade in order to boost their grades high enough to be able to pass for the year. With that said, I ask and implore you to read the letter that has been attached to the email for the changes for the fourth marking quarter grading. And if you have questions at any time, please contact my office so that I. A couple other things I want to talk about is we have student lockers. I'm going to remind again, students, you got to get in here and get stuff out of your lockers. The faster we do this, the better it's going to be. Right now, we've already cleaned out our gym lockers. We put all items from the North and South gym into one of the cafeterias where you give us your locker number. We're able to go down there, go to the cafeteria, grab the bags, We put everything in a sanitary bag so that you would be able to collect it a lot faster. But hallway lockers are important too. There's textbooks in there, jackets, whatever there is in there. It needs to be cleaned out because if we don't get it, it could get thrown out. And I don't want to have you lose your personal items. And I want to make sure we account for your textbook so you don't get charged for a textbook. So it's important you make an appointment. Please, on the screen, email me. We will contact you as soon as I get it, or give me a call, 631-812-3804 or 3800. It's important you make that appointment sooner rather than later because time is going to run out eventually. I also want to talk a little bit about principals list and some of our other online ceremonies. So June 1st at the board meeting, we are going to do our principals list in a virtual format. So please stay tuned for that. We'll be giving you specific times and details. I look forward to 120 out of our 400, around roughly 490 graduates. About 25% of our students achieve principals list, which is a monumental feat in and of itself. And it really is nice to be able, even if your child is not part of the principals list, to see the accolades and the accomplishments of these students is amazing, and be able to see where they're going to be going to school after they leave here at the halls of Whitman is even more amazing. So I encourage you on June 1st, please tune in and watch one of our first virtual ceremonies, principals list, which will probably be around 7 p.m., but we will give more information in the future. Another item I want to talk about, on the link of the email I sent you, you're going to see a video. This is actually our first virtual ceremony. So we have about roughly a dozen students that will be participating or playing in Division I, II, or III sports in college. This is an amazing feat, and it's something that not a lot of varsity players get to accomplish, going and playing at the collegiate level. So we started last year, and we wanted to continue this tradition. We wanted to do almost like a hat signing or a college signing day. We did it obviously live last year. We weren't able to do it that way this year, so we wanted to honor them through a video montage. It is attached to the link, and it's important. I wish that all community members are able to see this because these students have worked hard inside and outside of the classroom on their respective sports fields. They've been leaders on their own teams, and it's important that we acknowledge them for all the good they've done, not only for their teams, but also for our school community. So if you get a chance, please click on it, be able to view it. And if you know them or you see them, let them know you saw it and tell them how proud you are of them. And certainly, last but not least, we're waiting on the governor and releasing certain information for a restriction of social distancing protocols. I ask that you just keep faith again. We'll continue to give you day-to-day or week-to-week updates, and we hope that soon we'll be able to move away from these virtual ceremonies into actual physical ceremonies. But until then, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, enjoy this warm weather, and I look forward to seeing you in person one day, hopefully soon.